In this video, I'm going to show you 10 Incredibles anime that you can enjoy on Crunchyroll, different titles, and some of them may you cry. Nothing more to say. Let's start it. Deca-Dence. We start with the first one titled Deca-Dence. The studio Nut adapts this Korean comic under the direction of Mob Psycho 100. This story transports humanity to the mobile fortress Deca-Dence, saving it from extinction at the hands of the Gadol monsters. The society inside is divided into gears, who are fighters against Gadol, and tankers, who fulfill various roles. Although the premise might seem conventional, the series stands out by building a world with unique rules. While it may initially be confusing, the progressive understanding of the mobile fortress and the character development provide fluidity and coherence to the plot. Deca-Dence distinguishes itself with its creativity in approaching the narrative of giant monsters and heroes, offering an experience beyond conventional expectations. If you love plots like Shingeki no Kyojin, this original anime adapted from a Korean comic will surely appeal to you. It's a few episodes and the animation is undoubtedly one of the best. With a touch of Yujo Senki and Shingeki, this work will captivate you. I won't say more about it because its narrative twists go beyond the conventional. Wandering Witch: The Journey of Elaina. If you love the famous tales of the Brothers Grimm, this anime has a lot to offer with references to the most popular fairy tales in a fantasy world where witches are revered for their brilliance and magical abilities. Elaina aspires to be a traveling witch and ends up as an apprentice to Fran, the Stardust Witch, learning humility along the way. Like Cinderella, Elaina embarks on her quest, encountering a variety of whimsical and occasionally dark adventures. The series skillfully weaves multiple stories with varying lengths and rhythms, offering a unique anthology format. Elena's character, though cautious and capable, exhibits a lack of traditional hero righteousness. Her journey unfolds through encounters with strange occurrences and peculiar people, showcasing both her reluctance to interfere and moments of forced assistance. The series has the quality of telling dark stories but balances it with episodes with touches of humor. The series delves into Elaina's introspection, addressing her inner desires, fears, and traumas. Undoubtedly a work with elements that have a distinctive mark compared to any other magic and witch anime you may find. Between fantasy and eerie elements, this title mixes a bit of everything in the vivid style of the Brothers Grimm that you can't miss. Mieruko-chan. Continuing with a story that, despite having a lot of horror, is worked in a way that humor is the main source of entertainment in a very curious way. Mieruko is a girl who, by twists of fate, begins to see entities and spirits. She will try to ignore them at all times since these beings can perceive that she observes them, seeking a way to get her attention. Each specter will try to scare her and she will feign dementia, ending up in an endless series of situations with her best friend, who always ends up being attacked and pursued by these spirits without her realizing it. The series addresses themes such as bad luck, mystical objects, and everyday situations where poor Mieruko must endure the presence of these beings without reacting or generating the slightest alert message. Full of comedy, awkward moments, you will feel identified with this character and her story. The Girl from the Other Side. The Girl from the Other Side becomes a captivating adaptation that faithfully captures the beautiful story of the manga. In a world divided by a wall that separates humans from outsiders, creatures possessed by a contagious curse, the plot follows the touching relationship between an innocent girl named Shiva and an outsider, nicknamed Sensei, who cares for her like a daughter, avoiding contact to protect her from the curse. The adaptation couldn't cover the 53 volumes of the manga, but it manages to interweave the key points of the story skillfully. Instead of a linear plot, it chooses to explore the daily life of Shiva and Sensei, showing endearing moments between the two characters. The film maintains the essence of the original material, offering a contemplative experience and leaving many mysteries to the viewer's imagination. And with a dark style with touches of mysticism. The animation, true to the style of the manga, creates a hazy world of watercolor and charcoal that highlights the visual richness of the story. Although it may disappoint those expecting more action, its focus on the relationship between the characters and its unique artistic style make this animation an impeccable and charming work. The Girl from the Other Side is a visual and emotional journey that captivates anyone who enjoys contemplative works and is attracted to stories like Beauty and the Beast. Takt Op, Destiny. If you like plots where music is a central element, this anime is an interesting alternative made by various animation studios together. Takt Op, Destiny presents a world transformed by a black meteorite that generates monsters. The D2, prohibiting music, the only effective weapon against them. The story follows Takt, a conductor, and Unmei, a music art, On a journey to destroy the D2 and restore music in a post-alien invasion United States, the series stands out for its focus on the relationships between the characters during their journey through an altered United States. Technically, the collaboration between Mappa and Madhouse shines with vibrant design and captivating animation, especially in the epic battles. The soundtrack, which includes reinterpretations of classical works, adds a distinctive touch. Although some ideas could have been developed further, Takt Op, Destiny, is a work that shines on its own and is highly recommended. Its combination of visual, musical, and narrative elements makes it an enjoyable anime. Immerse yourself in this post-apocalyptic world and discover the magic of music against the D2 monsters. The detective is already dead. This story revolves around two detectives who must thwart the hijacking plans of a plane. But things get a little out of control, creating an outcome that plays with all logic. The plot involves secret organizations, supernatural entities, and religious fanatics, creating a complex plot and the death of a detective, segmenting the plot into two parts from the perspective of each character, between Siesta and Kimmy. It shows the boys' evolution alongside both detectives and in different planes to reinforce their characters and, undoubtedly, assist in a conclusion that manages to connect the death of one detective with the existence of another. A somewhat complex plot, but one that exposes narrative gaps difficult to unify. However, it presents a daring work that differentiates itself from the imaginative on the foundations of reality, time, and space. If you love complex and well-tangled plots, The Detective Is Already Dead is a suitable option to put your brain to work. Black Rock Shooter presents the story of Mado Kuroi and her new friend Yomi Takanashi, whose relationship complicates in an alternate world full of personified negative emotions. The series combines real life with a fantasy universe where cyborgs fight, representing human bad emotions, with a technical aspect that distinguishes the reality of that sub-real world of emotions. It's like a mature version of Intensely Mixed with Action. Although Mari Okada's writing can be exaggerated and confusing, the series has its strong points. The 3D and CGI animation in the alternate world is charming and award-winning, adding its own appeal. The music, with tones ranging from classical to modern, complements the scenes of the other world well. Despite the plot and character development issues, Black Rock Shooter stands out in its visual and musical presentation. If you can overlook some of the written aspects, you will find a series with a unique appeal and impressive technical moments. Immerse yourself in this world of emotions and cyborgs and discover it for yourself. Accel World. We move years into the future from the events of the Sword Art Online story when virtual reality technology has surpassed everything, and we get to know a world known as Accel World. A world where you can transfer your complete consciousness through a small device under the nape called Neurolinker that allows you to connect to the entire internet. We meet a chubby and small boy whom everyone bullies, but with incredible game-playing ability. One day, a girl from an upper grade offers him to be part of an app known as Brain Burst. Users called Burst Linkers are forced to fight each other in virtual reality to get burst points, and if the number of points reaches 0, the program will uninstall permanently. The resources of science fiction are meticulously combined perfectly in psychological battles that each of the characters must endure with authentic and epic fights in the virtual world, intertwining emotions, and achieving their goals. It combines action, hand-to-hand combat, mecha, and an endless array of well-designed elements that make this work an animation gem. With impeccable animation and a soundtrack of various styles that gives Accel World its own identity. Hurry to watch this anime if you didn't know it, and believe me, you will fall in love with this magnificent work. Dimension W. If you love futuristic plots like cyberpunk with future metropolis conflicts, Dimension W presents a world transformed by infinite energy extracted from a fourth dimension, eliminating the need for wires and fossil fuels. The plot focuses on the collector Kiyoma Mabuchi and his partner Mira Yurizaki, facing the black market of coils. The anime, based on Yuji Iwahara's manga, stands out for its smooth animation and detailed backgrounds, creating a convincing futuristic world. The story, set in 2071, explores energy issues and the fight against pirate coils. The characters, including the protagonist Kiyoma, carry difficult pasts, gradually revealed throughout the series. The animation is consistent in quality with an opening that reflects the style and attention to detail present throughout the work. Dimension W stands out for its interesting story and charismatic characters, backed by high-quality animation and careful editing by Selectavision, making it highly recommended. 86. Now we close with a golden recommendation. An anime that seemed like it wouldn't come close to capturing the audience but turned into a work that didn't let me stop crying for days. 86, also known as the anime of racist elves. 86 is set in a republic composed of 85 districts and a secret District 86 where young soldiers fight invisibly. Sheen leads the troops of suicidal soldiers while Lena, the benefactor, guides operations from a remote control. The series explores the dehumanization of the 86 soldiers and questions the morality of war. The central message of the series is clear. The 86 are people, not simple sacrificial pawns. Through the relationship between Lena and the 86, the series highlights the dehumanization perpetuated by the Republic for its selfish goals. Although the idea of dehumanized soldiers is not new, 86 manages to explore the human side of war and the morality of the dystopia in which it unfolds. The series presents an existential approach by putting the weight of the narrative on the search for the meaning of life, especially as the characters face losses and challenges. 86 stands out for giving strength and personality to each member of the group, turning them into emotional bombs willing to fight for their ideas, and raises important questions about the ethics of war and the importance of humanity in a world torn by conflicts. Have you seen any? Which one is your favorite from the list? Let me know your opinion in the comments. We've reached the end of the video. Subscribe for more content. I leave you with videos that might interest you. Until next time.